so that always the employee certainly does better work, and also the organization benefits from the employee's performance. So in this way we see that performance appraisal, if it is done from time to time and a proper feedback is provided to the employees, automatically it helps in improvement of the performance of the employees. And if the employees improve their performance, it is always beneficial for the organization, and the organization is able to achieve its goal in a much better manner. So after performance appraisal, the next point which comes is that of promotion and career planning. Promotion and career planning. This is the seventh point. An employee always works in an organization with an expectation that from time to time promotion will be provided to the employee, because through promotion a person certainly gets upliftment in his or her career. Each and every person plans for a career. If you or me, I am joining somewhere at a certain position in an organization, I would never like to remain in that position all throughout my life. I may be having certain aims that I should reach to that much position. And always when we say staffing is a process which not only, you may say, acquires competent manpower, but also tries to maintain that manpower resource in the organization. And that is only possible if time to time promotion avenues are provided to the employees, and the employees, whatever career they think of to make for themselves, they are provided that opportunity. So promotion is basically, it is the upward shift of an employee to better position, upward shift in rank and position of an organization, in rank and position. And if this upward shift is there, a person always benefits by getting upliftment in status increases, then facilities also may increase, then responsibilities, then pay and perks, and all these things, it certainly helps in motivating and boosting the morale of the employees in the organization. And if this opportunity is provided to the employee from time to time in the organization, the employee's decision of staying and working in the organization for a long period of time certainly depends on the promotion and the career avenues. So we see that this is the seventh point. And the last step which is involved in this, which I am rubbing it out here, and I'll try to explain to you. That is the eighth point. That is compensation. Each and every employee working in the organization has to be compensated for the work which he or she is doing in the organization. Compensation is a form of pay or reward for the work done by an employee in the organization. And this compensation may be of two types. First may be direct financial incentive, and second may be indirect payment. You may say direct financial payment or incentive, anything you can say. And second is indirect payment. Direct financial incentive may be in the form of pay, that means wage, salary, bonus, increments, etc., which is provided to the employees for their work done. And it may be provided in two ways. An organization may try to take the decision about how it is going to provide the remuneration or provide the pay to the employees who are working in the organization. First may be on the basis of time rate system. That means employee is paid on the basis of the time he has time spent in doing the work, spent on work, and that time may be hourly, weekly, monthly, on the basis of which the payment is given. The second may be, so first was time rate system, second is piece rate system, also called performance based system. So in piece rate system, we see that the employees, they are paid on the basis of performance. For example, rupees 200 to be paid for making one table. So this is performance based. So if two table will be made by anyone, it will be 400. If 3, it will be 600. So it will be like that. So organization takes the decision about this direct financial payment, which is directly provided to the employees in the form of wage, salary, bonus, or any other types of increments from time to time, and the decision is taken either on the basis of time rate system or on the basis of piece rate system. Time rate is the time which has been spent according to which the calculation is done and payment is done, and piece rate is performance based. If the performance is better, more, there is always a chance of better wage, and if the performance is less, the wage or the payment will be less. Sometimes combination of some of the organization also of time rate plus piece rate may also be the way of compensation which an organization may decide. So it depends upon what the organization does. So apart from direct financial payment, there is also indirect payment, because when we say compensation, it is in the form of pay and reward. And indirect payment is basically in the form of, you may say, different kinds of facilities, or you may say in the form of perks, perquisites, or in the form of premium, insurance premium. You must have seen an organization pays for its employees the insurance premium, or it may be in the form of rent paid. Then it may be in the form of you may say different vacations. Then it may be in the form of education facilities to children, education, health, other facilities provided to. So these are all indirect payments. So they are also in the form of payment, but they are not directly paid but indirectly paid. But indirect payment are the facilities or the perks, or you may say the rent paid or accommodation, आप इसको कुछ भी कह सकते हैं. These facilities are provided to the employees, and the better position you are acquiring in an organization, that means the higher position you are acquiring in the organization, the more are the chances of such kinds of indirect payments or facilities which the organization provides to an employee in the organization. Managers working at higher level positions, they get better facilities apart from the direct financial incentive which is being provided to them. Apart from this, also we have to understand one thing, that this pay, reward and compensation or remuneration which is provided to the employee should be decided always keeping in mind some of the regulations. Those regulations of trade unions, labor laws, Companies Act, whatever regulations are there, it has to be properly avoided. It has to be considered while compensation is decided of the employees in the organization. Or Factory Act, you may say anything. It has to be, or any other government regulation if it is there. It has to be taken into consideration whenever the compensation is decided. So we see that undergoing through these 8 steps, an organization completes the staffing procedure. The first was, again I am repeating very briefly, estimating manpower requirements. After the manpower requirement in terms of quantity and quality both has been estimated, there is need for recruitment, in which there is searching and stimulation of prospective candidates for the job. After that search is over and a pool of prospective candidates they have applied, and the organization has the collection of that pool of candidates, then the third step is that of selection. It tries to select the best and reject the others by following the procedure. Each an organization has its own standardized procedure of selection, and it does so. After that selection is done, we see that the employee is placed and oriented. Placed means occupying a position, joining the job, that is what is placement. And after joining, the employee is oriented to the organization and also to the work culture, the rules and regulations, the working conditions, superiors, subordinates, everything. So it is a kind of introduction training where the organization completes, where the employee completes the socialization process and he is familiarized with everything in the organization, so that he certainly feels to work in the organization. That kind of process is adopted. And after the placement and orientation, we see that training and development of the employee takes place, where the employee certainly is made to learn about the job, and for that the increase in the knowledge and skill related with the job, that is provided to the employee so that he can learn and perform his work in a proper manner. And also the development of the employees in all spheres, that is provided. That kind of environment is given so that the employee certainly feels to stay for long in the organization and have a good career. After that, we see that there is performance appraisal after training and development, where the employee's performance that is evaluated and feedback is provided to the employees. After that, we see that the promotion and career planning, because each and every employee has the expectation of promotion. If the promotion avenues they arises in the organization, the employee working in the organization and giving good performance are also given the chances to come to better positions and work in higher positions in the organization, and thus complete the career plans. And after that, the last point is that of compensation, in which all kinds of pay and rewards and remuneration that is provided to the employees for the work, for the service he or she has been giving to the organization. And there are different ways through which that payment that is decided. So some of the payments are in the form of direct financial payments, some are indirect. A person working at higher level positions in the organization has both the provisions of direct and indirect financial payments. Direct financial payments may be in the form of direct payments come in the form of salary, wage, bonus, and increments, and that may be time rate based or piece rate based, or that may be combination of both, depends upon the organization and its decision. And when we talk about indirect payments, they also are provided to the employees in the form of different kinds of facilities and perks and perquisites, so that the employees enjoys all these pay and rewards and certainly feels satisfied to work for longer period in the organization. But always the compensation, we have learned finally, that is paid keeping in mind the labor laws, the trade unions, the Companies Act, the Factories Act, all those regulations, and also if there is any other government regulation, that has to be kept in mind by deciding it so that it doesn't violate. So with this, we see that the staffing procedure completes in any organization. And for today, it is done. We will be talking about our next topic in our next lecture. Till then, thank you all of you.